These are always interesting. The independent variable is an attribute or characteristic that influences or affects an outcome, okay, or the dependent variable. The dependent variable is an attribute or characteristic that is influenced by that independent variable. Dependent variables are dependent or influenced by independent variables. So if you're confused, raise your hand. Oh, you guys are great. Okay, all right, at least somebody was honest. That's hard to wrap your brain around unless you have done a lot of research studies. So I've added this I've added this slide to help you, these next couple slides. So if you think about it, it's the independent variable, all right, that influences the change in the dependent variable. And if you consider the example of this person getting sunburned, okay, the independent variable in an experiment that is changed or manipulated. So for example, the amount of time spent in the sun, okay, that would be an independent variable. You can typically test only one variable at a time, but there are statistics that would allow you to do multiple regressions and so forth, but that's not something that you want to complicate things with at this point. And then D, the dependent variable, is the variable in experiment that responds to that change. So in this case, the amount of time spent in the sun, that's changing from an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours. And then we'll have an intensity of, in this example, how much of a sunburn an individual gets. Okay? Any questions regarding that example? Yes, Mamie. Mamie, do you have a question? I can't hear you. Do you have your mic on? Is it possible that there's a, there you go.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
I said, is the independent variable something that can be looked at as something that stands alone? Can we look at it from that respect?
Yeah, I mean, you may have, say, for example, student success, okay? Student success might be the variable that's dependent, okay? So you're examining the student success indicator. And an independent variable might be the age of the student, it might be gender, it could be race, and so forth.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Next